Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young caught in mind-blowing off-camera moment last night. Like and subscribe to continue. It was supposed to be a quiet wrap-up for the cast of the much-anticipated drama that reunited Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young. But last night, an unexpected scene unfolded behind the curtains, one that fans and insiders are calling nothing short of electric. The chemistry that had long been simmering on screen finally spilled into reality. And now the K-drama world is on fire. Sources close to the production confirmed that following a late-night filming session, the two stars were caught in an intensely emotional and surprisingly intimate moment that was never meant to be seen by the public. The crew had packed up. The cameras had stopped rolling. Yet, the most captivating scene of the night happened when no one was supposed to be watching. What happened off-camera is now being whispered about in every corner of the K-entertainment industry. It wasn't just a glance or a simple exchange of words. It was something much more charged. Something that could change the entire narrative around their relationship, both professionally and personally. The night that changed everything. Filming had wrapped up around midnight. The set, located in a remote area just outside Seoul, was dimly lit and eerily quiet except for a few crew members packing equipment. Most of the cast had already left. But Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young lingered. No one thought much of it at first. They've always been known to have a good rapport. But what happened next shocked even the most seasoned insiders. An assistant camera operator who had returned to retrieve some gear allegedly caught a glimpse of the two stars standing closer than usual. Their conversation, from what little was overheard, seemed deeply personal. No scripts, no pretenses. Just the two of them, surrounded by darkness and the soft buzz of stage lights powering down. She reached for his hand. He didn't pull away. Instead, he stepped even closer, his voice low but firm. From a distance, it looked like a confessional moment. One that had been waiting to surface for a long time. A heated discussion followed, punctuated by long silences and equally long stares. And then something unforgettable happened. They embraced. Not like co-stars. Not like friends. But like two people who had been holding back something real for far too long. The internet explodes. By early morning, anonymous posts started flooding fan forums. One crew member hinted at the most shocking real-life scene between two co-stars ever witnessed on set. Another claimed they felt like intruders watching something too real to ignore. Photos began surfacing. Grainy, taken from afar but unmistakable. One image in particular showed Cha Eun-woo shielding Moon Jae-young with his coat as they exited the set. Her head tilted toward his chest in a way that didn't feel rehearsed. That single frame told 1,000 stories. Twitter and Instagram exploded. Fans who had long shipped them rejoiced. Skeptics scrambled to analyze every frame of footage from the last 3 months. Had they missed the signs? Were the subtle glances on set more than just acting? What was happening behind the scenes all along? History of on-screen chemistry. To understand why this moment hit so hard, you have to look back at their history. Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young first ignited headlines with their roles in True Beauty, a drama that not only drew massive ratings but also stirred up speculation about the duo's real-life dynamic. Their chemistry was undeniable. Every scene between them buzzed with tension, playfulness, and a connection that often felt too organic to be just acting. Even back then, rumors swirled. Interviews were closely analyzed. When Eun-woo hesitated before answering questions about Jae-young, fans noticed. When Jae-young blushed during press tours, speculations intensified. Yet both stars remained professional, always dismissing any suggestion that there was more between them than just solid acting and friendship. But last night, it seems that the walls they had carefully built over the years may have finally come down. Whispered rumors turned real. 4 months now, whispers have followed the two stars. Staff members from previous shoots hinted at how the two always requested scenes together, even those that weren't strictly necessary. On one occasion, during a rehearsal for a simple dialogue exchange, they reportedly stayed behind for over an hour after the director left, reworking the scene and laughing between takes. In another instance, Jae-young allegedly showed up on set on a day she wasn't required, just to support Eun-woo. Though she claimed it was to observe the mood, insiders weren't so sure. Eun-woo, on his part, has also raised eyebrows. He was seen once waiting by Jae-young's car after filming, under the guise of making sure she got home safe. Even the security team found it unusual. These might have once been written off as friendly gestures between co-workers. But after last night, those moments have taken on a completely different tone. Industry insiders speak out. A stylist who has worked with both stars had this to say. The connection between them has always been special. You can tell when people are genuinely drawn to each other. It's in how they speak, how they stand, how they glance when they think no one is watching. Another production member from their recent project added, "Honestly, it wasn't a surprise to me. We've seen the way they interact. There's warmth, tension, and an energy that you just can't fake." Yet no one expected them to drop the veil so suddenly and so publicly, even if unintentionally. A spark too strong to hide. For years, the industry had labeled them professionals to the core. Now the narrative is shifting. Last night's unscripted scene peeled back the curtain on what might be the realest moment of their journey together. The energy between Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young isn't just camera magic. Something raw, tame, possibly even risky. One crew member, who spoke under anonymity, described what they saw as a breaking point. According to them, it was as if all the carefully managed PR, rehearsed interviews, and media training melted away in that one moment of silence between them. No lines to deliver. No stage to perform on. Just two people who had reached the limit of what they could contain. This wasn't just another celebrity moment. It felt cinematic in a way that no camera could capture. A quiet thunder that only those close enough could hear. Fans in frenzy. By the time the sun rose, fans had already formed theories. One Twitter user compiled over a dozen photos and clips from behind-the-scenes footage showing the pair sharing private smiles and leaning a bit too close during water breaks. On TikTok, a fan edit went viral within hours, showing the evolution of their bond, from their first press appearance together to that now infamous embrace captured under the shadow of last night's moonlight. "I always knew it," one user wrote. Their eyes were telling a story the script never could. Others began revisiting interviews, pulling out timestamps where Jae-young looked toward Eun-woo before answering, or where Eun-woo subtly tensed when another male actor was mentioned in connection with her. The depth of online analysis is unlike anything seen in recent years, pushing this off-camera moment into a full-on digital investigation. Brands and contracts caught in the middle. The timing couldn't be more complicated. Both stars are in the middle of heavy endorsement seasons. Eun-woo recently signed with a high-end watch brand that markets on the idea of precision, elegance, and control. Jae-young has been leading a skincare campaign rooted in purity and independence. Now, agencies are scrambling behind the scenes, unsure whether to pivot the marketing narrative or brace for potential backlash. According to an insider from Eun-woo's management team, "We've entered damage control mode. Not because it's a scandal but because it's so unexpected. Nobody saw this coming. Not even us." Jae-young's camp has remained completely silent, which in itself speaks volumes. In an industry where even a hint of controversy gets squashed within hours, the lack of denial or clarification is sending a strong message. This isn't a rumor they can dismiss. It's something they might have to confront head-on. The unspoken rules of Korean stardom. Romance rumors are nothing new in K-drama culture, but the stakes here are different. Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young aren't just any two actors. They are both poster figures for their generation, meticulously managed, surgically marketed, and kept in pristine public light. 4 stars at their level. Even the perception of personal emotion can be considered a risk. Agencies spend years crafting the illusion of availability to fans. Romance is often treated like a hidden illness, something to be cured or covered up quickly. But what happens when the illusion breaks in real time, and the truth leaks out, undeniable and unscripted? A former PR strategist for a top Korean entertainment company weighed in. This moment has created a crack in the industry's armor. If they admit to anything, even a growing friendship, It sets off a chain of consequences. Not just for them, but for the way idols and actors are managed moving forward. A romance worth the risk. As the frenzy continues, the bigger question looms. Is it worth it? Insiders close to both stars say they've always been drawn to each other's energy. Eun-woo, known for his quiet intellect and introverted nature, has often been described as emotionally reserved. Jae-young, on the other hand, has a reputation for being fiercely intuitive and emotionally expressive. The combination, one friend says, is explosive. They balance each other in a way that's rare in this business. One stylist recalled an offhand moment during a shoot where Eun-woo noticed Jae-young's shoes were too tight. He didn't say anything in public. But 10 minutes later, a new pair of shoes arrived on set, courtesy of his assistant. He notices everything about her, the stylist said. Always has. For her part, Jae-young has subtly stood up for Eun-woo in group interviews, often redirecting questions when she sensed he was uncomfortable. It's this quiet protection they offer each other that has made even skeptics reconsider. The producers saw it coming. Perhaps the only people not shocked by last night's events were the producers of their current drama. One of them reportedly told a close associate weeks ago, "They're either the best actors we've ever seen, or something is happening between them when the cameras stop." Now it seems like the answer is clear. Some believe the writers even began tailoring scenes around the real-life energy between them, leaning into the subtleties that couldn't be scripted. Moments of prolonged eye contact, sudden emotional outbursts, and improvised touches were all left in final cuts. It's almost as if the production was waiting, hoping for the truth to bubble to the surface. And last night it did. What's next? The industry is holding its breath. Will their agencies address the moment publicly? Will the stars themselves release statements? Or will they let the silence speak for itself? What happens next could redefine their careers. Some believe they'll face backlash. Others think they've unlocked